Welcome to Once Upon a Sunday Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Kimmel. With me, Viking Dave. No guest, guestless show, going back to the OG where Dave just makes fun of my analysis and I just move forward. How you
I'm
doing
here
tonight,
for
Dave?
it. It's Sunday, so spent too much money on groceries. I spent all day cleaning the house, and I didn't feel like anything got done. So,
Is that why you're so like pissy
yes,
today, or is it like
I'm
you know?
annoyed for different reasons. You probably can figure out why,
Oh,
but we won't talk about that
I
tonight.
100% know why. Hey, when are you gonna get those jerseys put in the background so we can see
Dude, I
full?
don't freaking know. Got them right here.
Yeah,
I
like
just gotta get some. You know what's funny is I was gonna put them up today, and I don't have any like nails, so I couldn't.
dude, don't use nails. Get those sticky things for real and line them all
Okay,
up because you're
I'm just
rinsing that
saying
place
I
and you
don't
could just stick it.
have anything right now, so I
All
need
right,
to buy some stuff. But
all right,
yes, I
all right,
I
yeah,
was gonna do that today. I wanted to do it today actually. I was gonna put digs right behind me, and I was like, damn it, I don't have any nails or nothing. So
yeah, that's all right. You can follow us
yeah.
on Twitter, Josh Kimmel OUS, at Viking Dave 18. For all you audio listeners, you can find us on YouTube, Finns Talk Sports Network. You can follow their Twitter as well at Finns Talk Sports Network. We are growing and growing up to 840 subscribers. Last week at this time, we were at 822, so that's huge for the network. Keep on coming on, especially if you're a Dolphins fan or want to hear awesome fantasy content every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Dave, let's get right into it. We're going to do the top 24. I ranked 40, but we'll do the top 24 Dynasty quarterbacks that I have ranked for this season. But before, I do want to break down a little draft that happened with us, rookie draft, super flex. I believe it's tight end premium. We had a little fun with our buddies. It was like kind of a home league dynasty. So I just want to break it down. Do you have that in front of you right now, or do you not?
Well, first of all, you just asked me to pull up your stupid rankings, and now you want me to look up this team. So which is it? I only have one phone,
Okay. Well, you can
but
do
I'm
this
getting
thing
to
where
it
you can
now.
get to the other apps. Like it's not
That's
not
what I'm
forever
doing.
gone.
I don't know, because
It's not
next time you ask me
it's
if I
not
have
an
the
etch and
rankings in front of
sketch.
me, you're gonna be like, "Oh, where's your rankings?" I'm like, "Bitch, I just had them, and you made me go away from them." So
Well, you're the one who brought this up. You wanted to do this. I remember our buddy Chris wants
okay,
us to do this as well.
you're 100% right.
So
I
and
did.
it's cool to see like because we did a mock draft, right? Me and I think it was
Where's it?
Corey, and then it was you. No, you weren't here for the mock draft show, were you? We just had a good time
No,
breaking that down.
yeah.
So we want to actually talk about our real one. Where Dave, do you not know how to find it? You go to league
I
settings.
found no. It's you know why? It's stupid ass fucking sleeper. So I don't want to
Yep,
hear shit from you.
that's true. It's not.
Yes, I
He's.
found it.
That's not true. Or that's true. Sleeper is the worst platform of all time. Um, so you had the first pick overall.
Sure. Hey, I traded for it. I gave up 102 and 106, and this was a couple months ago that I traded. I made that trade, so I got
Smart.
Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan.
Took my
So
guy Bijan.
that's obvious, right? We're just gonna run through a couple picks right here that I find interesting. So at this time, Anthony Richardson wasn't going 102, and he did in this draft. It was still between Bryce or Stroud or AR, whichever one you like. Do you like this pick, or I see it happening in every draft now?
He's the pretty much the consensus number two pick right now, or one. Honestly, some people are taking him one and Bijan number two. So those are the seems like those are the clear cut top two right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen three go every single different kind of way though.
and these next two picks, 3 and 4, were from the same person.
Lions
Good old
homer.
He is a Lions homer, so we'll leave it at that. He took Jameer Gibbs at 103 and JSN at 104. So he said, screw the quarterbacks. I'm not a fan of the quarterbacks. Are you okay with this?
I mean, I think it's funny because he asked me about like my opinion on it. I said, listen, it's not the worst thing ever. I do like both of those players. I feel like you probably got to take one of the two QBs there, but he's got. I think I'm trying to see who his if I can find his QB. He's got Russell Wilson, Watson, Lance, and he took Hooker later, so he's not like terrible off at QB. You know, it's not. I don't. I mean, if you don't believe in Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, then why not, right?
Well, that's the situation with me. I was at 105 and I actually not helped, but guided our buddy John to get these two players. I wanted JSN in the worst way. And if he couldn't get Trey Lance in that deal, which he did with Pete, he would have taken one of the quarterbacks. And I am a good person. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to be selfish. I'm going to go ahead and help you land Lance. So to help the guy
I
because
think
that's what we're here for.
selfishly you helped him land Lance because let's be honest, you thought Richardson was falling to you. That's the true story, you dirtbag.
No,
Who's the real dirtbag in the situation? You.
possibly, because possibly I was trying.
You were through a fit when Richardson went too. You thought you were getting him, so that's why you tried to help him get Lance. So I don't want to hear you talk shit
I
about,
don't need
oh,
him to
the
hear
nice
this.
guy that I
I
am.
don't need him to hear
I
this.
helped facilitate this trade. That's the truth, John. You want to know the truth? He did it selfishly. I just want you to know that.
The
So
truth is, I wanted Richardson really, really bad, but that still, whatever. So I traded out. I said, "There's my guys aren't there. JSN or the only people worthy of these top 5 picks, in my opinion, are Richardson, Bijan, and JSN." And I struck out on all 3. So I said, I'm just gonna move down. So I moved down to 110, which I'm okay with. But then the 2 quarterbacks went Stroud, or no, Young went, and then Stroud,
yeah,
then Addison, then Kincaid, a tight
I think
end.
that the top 7 I've seen go. I was gonna say it every single time I've seen the same people go, but there was one draft that we did where Charbonnet went number 7, and I was like, okay. But every other draft we've done, the top 7 have been the same 7 in some different kind of order.
Yes.
Jordan Addison seems to be the number 2 wide receiver go in every draft so far.
And that's where I got Addison like at 1-9 because that
No, you
Charbonnet
didn't.
pick or 1-8 was it 1-8? It was
Oh,
something
in
crazy.
the other league, yeah, you got Addison to 8. Yes, I thought you were about this league.
Yes, we're talking Dynasty, Josh Wingate tonight, guys. Yes, let's reset. We're talking Dynasty football tonight. We won't start talking redraft until about June because that's when redraft season starts. That's when you start making your phone calls, the emails get sent out. Hey, are you in? Are you in? June 1st is usually when redraft season starts. Other than this draft, I see Jonathan Mingo went way late, 204. Usually he's been going back into the first. That's a good.
He has not. He's
Yes,
been
he
going in the
has.
second round in all of our drafts. Go show
I've
us.
done.
Go show us.
I can.
Okay, I'm
I
not talking
will.
about all your 1,000 drafts that you do. I'm talking about every single draft we've done. He's gone early second.
All right. Well,
I
it
think he
looks
went
like
2-5-1, so it's not that random.
then it looks like our friend group, our base of friends,
It's
aren't high
smarter
on
than
this
everybody
guy.
else.
While
Maybe we're
everyone else
smarter than
is,
everybody else.
maybe we are. I think we are. I honestly think, and I know I just say this. I think we're the smartest fantasy players in the
Of course
universe.
we are. We
And I
are.
know that for a fact. But how stupid? How stupid do we sound?
So dumb.
And Roshan Johnson. Have you noticed I've grabbed him everywhere? 106 or 206.
Yeah, I know. You took him high. You took him higher than
205.
Kendrick Miller, who I think I would have taken over him.
Maybe.
Hyatt, probably. I mean, maybe Downs, maybe. You took him higher than I thought he was going to go.
I know.
So
It's because I had Herbert and Foreman, so I just wanted to grab all the Bears running backs.
do you have Fields though? If you don't have Fields, you don't have the number 1 running back.
I don't have Fields. I
It
don't
doesn't
have, I
matter.
don't have Fields. No Fields. I was a believer in Fields and I gave up on him. But other than that, man, like this draft is kind of by the books. There's no real like standout people that got taken. I mean, do you disagree?
I'm just looking at a message from John. Once you see the group chat, you'll know why.
I'll look at it. Is he watching live? What's up, John? Hey, John, leave a like, and then subscribe before you go out because you support your friends, and then throw us a comment, right? Like just get some traction. It helps out the algorithm. Thanks, John. See you tomorrow. Let's get back to the draft. Zay Flowers,
Anyways,
201. That's something
that's
that's
the
something
latest.
that stands out.
Yes, but he's gone to I think 201 in a couple of drafts now because Kincaid went 9, 8 higher than he should have, a little bit higher, but he's been going in the 9 to 11 range, so not far off. Levis went 10. Quentin Johnson, you got him at 11. Great pick. That's what I said. Levis? You know what? Fuck you. Hey, Shane, how the hell you say that guy's name? A-Train, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Don't be hating on the A-Train here on this sports on this
I'm not hating.
Sports Network.
I'm not hating. I'm saying he went 11th. I'm trying to say his stupid name.
If Dalvin Cook doesn't come to Miami, I believe A-Chain is going to be not a superstar, not a stud, but a very, very good running back, probably top 15 for this season. I guarantee it, especially in this offense.
I'm not mad about it. That's why I said it's a good pick. He started to go higher. He's going at the end of the first, or like between 111 and 201. It seems like every draft, so right in there. Charbonnet was 12. That's fine. Flowers, Michael Mayer. Good old Lions fan, buddy.
And then Hooker, 203, which you're about to find out where I have him ranked in
It's a little
Dynasty
high,
style.
but it's okay, you know. And then I mean, listen, the rest is kind of what it is. So,
Yeah, at this
you
point.
know, nothing
Um,
special. No steals, I
J-
don't think.
Jalen Hyatt went a little too
I liked
high in my
him.
opinion, but
I don't know. I like him.
yeah, I just watched an.
I mean, the Giants got he's the Giants, right?
Yeah, he's Giants.
They
But
got
here,
nobody else.
yeah, Sterling. Oh no, sorry. Your boy,
Don't say
who
Isaiah Hodgins.
Isaiah Hodgins. Yeah,
I
I was
mean, he's
gonna
a good
say
player.
Hakeem Nicks. I mean Isaiah Hodgins. My bad.
Hakeem Nicks and
My
Kenny
bad.
Galladay and all these guys that are
Yeah.
busts.
So that was the quick wrap up of the draft, and honestly, who won the draft? I would say Fernie. Sorry if you're listening,
I
all
don't
of our
remember who
people.
else we got.
He did great. He did really good in my opinion, and of course you as always,
I
Bijan.
think I only took Bijan though.
I know that's why you win.
And then
That's
I
why
had
you win.
somebody else later. I don't know about that, but
All right, straight into these. Now you can pull up my rankings. Where I
I got him.
spent all week thinking about this, where to put them. I was tinkering them today. Where do I put this guy? Where do I put? It's very difficult because all these players, if you look at them, the top 5 guys are pretty much the same. They're all in groups. That's why we do tier rankings are awesome for that reason. No surprise, I have Patrick Mahomes number 1 overall. Do you have a problem with that? Because Josh
Nope.
Allen might say something.
To,
No.
to me, they're the top two. You can flip a coin, take whichever one you want more. I'm fine with either one.
How about I do this? I do the top 12. I just name the top 12, and then we'll just comment. You can comment on what it is, and I'll try to battle you in my
I already
rankings.
know one guy's. I don't know how you have him so high, but whatever. Go ahead.
I know who it is. All right, so 1 Mahomes, 2 Josh Allen, 3 Joe Burrow, 4 Jalen Hurts, 5 Justin Herbert, 6 Lamar Jackson, 7 Trevor Lawrence, 8 Deshaun Watson, 9 Kyler Murray, 10 Justin Fields, 11 Dak Prescott, and 12 Anthony Richardson.
How can you justify this guy at 12? Like that's what I don't understand.
Okay. All right. Here's how I justify
but
it.
it's not completely crazy. So
No. You just asked me a question. Let me answer the question.
go
Let me
ahead. I
answer the
know.
first.
I'm just
How
saying
do I
it's
justify it?
high, but it's not like
Here's how I did
boom.
it. Here's how I did it. Oh, here's exactly how I did. Would I trade Mahomes straight up? No. I went trade down the line. I said, okay, would I trade Tua straight up? Yes, I would. Daniel Jones? Yes, I would. Aaron Rodgers? Yes, I would. So everyone above him, I wouldn't. Everyone below him, I would.
Okay.
That's how I
I
came
mean,
up with it.
I'm not. It's high. It's just shocking to see his name there. But again, I don't know that it's wrong. It's just like whoa. Okay,
So you're
it's
telling me,
so
okay,
high.
so the high, hold on, so it is very high and it's very startling at first. You're like, wow, 12, like Anthony Richardson, he has terrible feet, he can't throw, he's inaccurate. Add everything up, right? Add everything up, but it doesn't matter in fantasy because there's about 2 more guys on above him that are also have the same problem, but also generate fantasy points because of their legs and
I
because of
know.
their
That's
playmaker.
why I said it's not insane. I get it. It's
Like,
crazy that this guy who can't throw a football is going to be drafted so high. Like I don't get it. But the only thing, I don't know how you don't have Hurts number 3 or even number 2. He
mm,
runs too much. He's too good. And I mean, I love Joe Burrow, but he's not going to get the same amount of rushing stats. So I think that's what puts Hurts above Burrow for me. Unless you just think that Burrow is going to be around longer and Hurts isn't that good. Okay, fine. But for the next 3 to 5 years, I don't see that changing. So,
he here I can defend that because I was actually prepared for this question. I was actually prepared for it. Not in the way of like I have all these stats and blah blah blah. No, you said it right there. The longevity of Joe Burrow, I believe, will outlast Jalen Hurts. And yes, Hurts will be there, but you look at Hurts' numbers, especially in 2021, right in front of you. He had 21.4 points per game. Joe Burrow had 20. They're right there. They're even. They're neck and neck, and that's without Joe Burrow, scoring 9 touchdowns on the ground. Do we expect that to happen every year?
yes, yes.
I mean,
These
no, but
quarterbacks, they do it
but
every
but
year.
do we expect it? No, because Lamar does.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't. It's usually 6
Okay.
or 5. Like
Okay. He's not
Hurts,
going to get 9. He's almost guaranteed 5. It's like
of
honestly
course.
low. Like there's no way he's going to get not especially the way they use him on the goal line. Like these guys are getting 7, 8, 9 or touchdowns or more nowadays on the ground. They do that little push play now. It works so you literally can't stop it. So I mean, yeah, 9 may be high, but okay. So what if he scores 7? Who cares? Like to me, um,
Well, Look,
Again, I'm not mad about it. I just think
yeah.
Hurts and his rushing value adds too much to not have him number 3 over Burrow. That's
To
all.
me, it goes Mahomes, Allen, their own tier. Then it goes
No,
Burrow.
I think Hurts is in the top Burrow in
Oh,
the
you
top
do?
tier. I
Okay,
do.
because I was gonna put him with the Burrow, Herbert, Lamar, and maybe squeeze leave Lawrence out for now. But I do. I was thinking about these three guys in particular: Hurts, Burrow, and Herbert. Like, how is that going to play out? Because you have two pocket quarterbacks who have longevity, who have an arm, who are smart, who've been up there at the top of the game, and then you have Jalen Hurts, who he broke out last year, and then this year, or 2021 broke out, then last year just completely crushed it, completely right. Like he cemented himself at the top, but how long is he going to be at the top? The injury risk that's always there for a rushing
That's
quarterback.
fair.
Always. I do love him. That's why he's at 4. Like last year, this time I had Herbert ahead of him. I had a lot of other players ahead of him, but I'm buying in Hurts. 4 is good. 4 is good. Burrow to me a
Listen,
little
I got
safer.
him ranked third, so it's not like I'm sitting here and saying I just think his tier is above Burrow because of the rushing that he brings. But I love Burrow because he's pretty safe. So I think Burrow's right there with Herbert. I think Burrow and Herbert are the same player. They're gonna throw the crap ton, and they're gonna not have a lot of rushing, which is fine. So
Yes.
I think that's why I would put Burrow and Herbert together in a tier.
And I patterned it. Hurts, Herbert, Lamar. Like I had to get the rushing pocket,
Yeah, see
rushing
that.
pocket. I had to do it. I had to split it up. I don't play favorites here. I don't favor one or the other. I love them
Okay.
all equally. Justin Fields at 10. Did you have any problem with that at all? Because
He's no, I don't have. I mean, no, I don't. He might be higher.
yeah,
I might have
that's
him
the thing.
higher.
That's the thing is like to me, I love Watson over him and have Watson at 8 for certain reasons. I think he's still a phenomenal player. We'll talk about him later, but for Justin Fields, I was thinking, okay, Kyler we know can throw for 4,000 yards. Kyler we know can rush for 1,000 yards. Kyler we know can do all of this and do it at a higher level than Justin Fields. He really can. He has. He's proven it. We've seen it.
You're right.
Justin Fields had flashes last year. It was people want to say he broke out. He did all this and that. People want to forget about all the bad defenses he played, and they want to forget about his terrible passing. At least Kyler is accurate. That's
Um,
the reason. That's the
yeah,
reason.
I would, and I don't have an issue with it. I would probably take him over. I don't want to say Watson, but they're so close that I don't have an issue with any of the rankings. But Fields rushing is so freaking good. Is Watson going to get back to what he did 3 years ago, whatever it was, or is he going to still be blah like last year? I do think he'll bounce back. Kyler, I don't know what it is. Arizona seems to hate him. There's rumors that they'll draft another quarterback next year. Who knows what's going on with that? So I would probably maybe rank him over Kyler by a hair. But again, we're splitting hairs here, so I don't have an issue with it, with any. I really don't have any issue with the top 12 at all, to be honest. I
Yeah,
mean,
the top 12 is
it's
pretty
it's
cut and dry.
it is what it is.
But then I'm like, well, I look through 13 through 24, and I'm like, I don't have any problems with these either. Maybe you do. I don't. The thing with quarterbacks, and the reason why we have all switched over to Superflex is because if you have a top 10 quarterback, and most play 10 to 12 leagues, you're set. Like, look, I have Dak Prescott set at 11. Why would you're set? You're set. So it makes pretty much Aaron Rodgers irrelevant, Kirk Cousins, Trey Lance, like all these other guys in the top, 24 to 13, totally irrelevant. That's why we got to play super flex, guys. I know most of us have transitioned, but it's the right move.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, you get it. Yeah, that's why when I have our home leagues and we have our one quarterback league, I just wait on a quarterback. We all do it. Like, there's no point. Like, yeah, if it gets to a certain point where like, okay, Mahomes is still around in the fifth round, like, okay, cool, I'll take him now. But there's always a couple guys that take these guys super super high. And if you're playing in a one quarterback league, okay, you're right. I'll take Dak in the freaking 13th round. Okay, I got no problem doing that. Like, I'm fine with that.
Underdog Puppy Bowl, best ball. I had the 12th spot a couple days ago, and I almost took Mahomes and Allen just back to back. And I'm like, how stupid would that be? It'd be fun.
Ooh.
First off, the dumbest thing of all time because it's not super flex.
I was gonna say it was a super flex.
But I like in best ball. The way I win a lot in best ball. Pro tip for me, it works for me is I grab quarterbacks early because quarterbacks early score a lot of points. Josh Allen's a way bigger difference than a Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. But that's a different conversation for another day. So you want to move on to 13 through 24? We can do that.
Do that.
I have 13. Our own Tua. I can't pronounce his last name still, so it's just Tua.
Tagovailoa. Even I
I
know
can't
that.
pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. No,
It's
some
pretty
people
simple.
go tongue. Some people go Tagovailoa. Some people go Tagava. Tua.
Tag O Vi
Viola.
There we go.
Tag Viola. Got it. Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins at 16, Bryce Young at 17, CJ Stroud at 18, Trey Lance at 19, Derek Carr 20, 21 is Jared Goff, 22 Desmond Ritter, 23 Jordan Love, and 24 Matthew
You have some
Stafford.
bad stuff on this one, I'll say. Quarterback
Okay,
12
good.
is not good.
Good.
First of all, where's Geno Smith? Not even in the top 24. Are you
Not top
kidding me right
24.
now?
Not 2024.
Are you kidding me right now?
Not
No,
24.
Russell Wilson. I know you
Not in
talked about this
These are
earlier.
dynasty, not redraft, buddy.
That doesn't matter. Like, what is CJ Stroud? That guy's a fucking bum. Like,
So you're
Trey
telling
Lance.
me
Trey
if you
Lance
had
might not even
104,
play this
if
year.
you had 104 or 105, you would
I'm
trade
trading
Geno Smith.
straight up. Yep.
You're a liar. You're
No,
such
I
a
wouldn't.
liar.
First of all, I wouldn't take Stroud. That's what I don't want to hear talking about liars after last
You're
week's.
such
Like,
a
I'll take
liar.
Jonathan Mingo over Aspen. Really? Because we had a bunch of drafts, and I didn't see that happen one time.
Really? Okay, how about
Mr.
this?
Talks a
How about
lot.
this? How about this? How about this? How about this? I have a pick like 104. Oh no, I have Geno in the league, and I know you have a high pick. Let me get that
Okay.
quarterback. All right, because you want Geno
No,
so
because
bad.
I
Let me
don't
get
want.
105.
No, I didn't say I want Geno so bad. I said I'm not taking Stroud. We've already talked about this. I don't like Stroud. I don't think he's going to be good. That's the difference. One. Ritter seems a little high over Love and Stafford and Russell Wilson and Geno Smith. All of these guys. He hasn't proven anything to me. I don't like that offense. I would not have him in my top 25. Jared Goff at 21. All that guy does is throw for like 4,500 yards. Like, he's got weapons in Detroit. He killed it last year. I don't know why you wouldn't want that guy in your team.
He's still in the top. He's still in the top 24. Dave, chill.
He's 21. Like, I would take him over Stroud 1,000 times, 100 times over. Oh, you got Redmond under Ritter under him. Aaron Rodgers, I'd take him over Aaron Rodgers. Straight up, I would take Goff over Rodgers, no doubt. Rodgers is way too high. He might retire after this year.
Might.
Like,
we don't know.
Okay, it's not. He's not going to play more than 2 years.
2 years is fine. We're playing 3-year windows.
Okay. Well, one, this is Dynasty League. I'll take Goff over him. I'll take Carr over him.
What is Goff? What is Goff's security? He doesn't have. They were talking about drafting a quarterback.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I don't care if they draft a quarterback. He'll go somewhere else. He's way too good to not get a job. Have you seen the fucking bums out here playing quarterback? Yes, you have. Goff will get a job. No questions asked.
He will get a job. You're right about that. He'll get a job anywhere.
Okay.
He'll get a job. He'll get a job playing next year if it's not in Detroit.
First of all,
the problem with
Jared Goff. Him.
The problem with Jared Goff is that he's a situational system quarterback and he can only work in one way. And I don't believe that the future is right there for Detroit. And I don't want to play with a quarterback. I told you this. I don't like playing with quarterbacks on their last contract without any, especially an aging one.
Aaron Rodgers is 39.
He's a fucking Hall of Famer.
He's 30. I don't care. He's 39. He's going to a new team. He's got one good receiving weapon.
He's got.
I think he'll be fine. Honestly, Alvin Lazard. Yeah, he brought the whole fucking gang with him. Listen, Rodgers is too high. He's way too high. He could not be in the top 15 as a 39-year-old who might retire after this year. Maybe the year after. We don't know. Whatever. He's not going to play much longer.
Let me ask you this. Seriously, serious question.
And you can't tell me you would take him over Kirk Cousins. I don't believe you for 1 second.
What are you talking about? Kirk Cousins?
You have Rodgers over Cousins.
I love Cousins.
I don't think you can rank that there.
Honestly, if you let me speak, that was one of the most because you know me. I've had Kirk Cousins in my top 10 for the past 3 years. I'm like one of the only people that do this. And I love this guy, but the problem is where is he going to be in a couple? I told you, it's the same situation. Now you're saying, where's Rodgers going to be? Well, I know he's going to be retired in 2 years. I think he's going to play 2 more years. And I'm okay with a motivated Aaron Rodgers, 2 more years with Garrett Wilson and the weapons the team they're building over there, rather than Kirk Cousins, who's a lame duck quarterback, or going to be one, with the best receiver in the game, still phenomenal. We're picking nits here with Kirk Cousins and Rodgers at 15 and 16.
You know where
I think they're both great.
Next year? He's going to go to San Francisco, and he's going to throw for 1 million yards.
That'd be awesome if that happens. But here's the problem, Dave. In my stupid little mind, I'm like, okay, Kirk Cousins is fine. I love Kirk Cousins. I think he's great. I really do. Aaron Rodgers is my fucking boyfriend. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend. I'm sorry I give him one spot, Dave. I'm so sorry.
I'm not even worried about that. He's ranked over like 5 guys that he should not be ranked over. That's all I'm saying. If we're talking about 1 year, maybe 2 years, okay, sure. But longevity, I would not have him over.
So you're
I would
so
probably take Jordan Love over him.
no.
Yeah, I probably would. Unless my team is ready to win right this minute, and I'm a stacked team.
Of course, that's
If
everything,
I'm
Dave.
telling you this is if we're doing a draft, a startup draft, I'm taking Love over him. I'm taking
Hmm.
Goff over him. I'm taking Carr over him. I'm taking I don't know about Lance. I don't know. I don't want Lance.
So you just bitched at me for
I
Geno
take
Smith
Bryce
being
Young over
so
him.
low. You just bitched at me for having
Geno
Geno
Smith's
Smith,
32. You act like he's 43.
but you act like he's been good except for
I
one
haven't, but I
season.
listen. First of all, I'd have Geno up only a couple spots. I don't love him. Although I do think he'll have a good season or two. That's fine. But
I thought you were going to yell at me
I'm
about.
not making a big deal about that.
I thought
Honestly,
you were going to yell at me about Russell Wilson being at 25 this whole day. I was like, I
no.
can't wait.
I
I
think
can't
he'll
wait.
be a few spots higher. Like I would definitely take him. I don't want Ritter. I couldn't care less about Ritter. So
Here's
you
the
can
thing
knock
with
him
Ritter.
down.
Here's the thing with Ritter.
Stroud, I don't want him. Those two
Here's the
guys I don't want.
thing with Ritter is we've seen Ryan Tannehill in that offense run by the same, same guy. He did okay. Look at Ryan Tannehill back in 2020. Quarterback 7, 22 points overall. I'm not saying that he's Ryan Tannehill, but he can be someone great with Kyle Pitts, Drake
He
London,
might be.
Bijan. Like he can be okay. He can't. I'm projecting forward on these younger guys where I know I have Rodgers too high. I knew that would strike. I knew you wouldn't like that. 1,000%.
I think he'll ball out this year, honestly,
But
and then probably maybe next year too. I'm just saying, if I'm doing a startup, I'm taking
if
like 10 guys over him that you haven't ranked up. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm
that's
not
fair,
drafting a
you
guy
take
that old as one of my top. I don't really want him as one of my top 2 guys unless I pass on quarterback and I can get him kind of late, and I got a 2-year stopgap. Okay, I'm fine with that. But I'm not targeting him over probably the next 10 guys. So
so you're
that's all I'm saying.
so Cousins, Young, Stroud, Lance,
I
Carr,
mean,
which is
10.
odd.
I don't really want Stroud, but yeah, I love Carr. Carr will be fine. I mean, Ritter, I'd probably take what's his face? I'd take Love over him in the draft. Stafford, maybe not. Russ, probably take him over him. Geno, that one would be close. Okay, so maybe 8 guys. So maybe 8 guys. I think he should be
Wait, so you're
around.
saying Geno and Rodgers are close?
Yeah, I
Is
think
that what
they're
you just
kind of
said?
close. Yeah,
You just
for
said that to
fantasy,
me.
I
You
just
just said
said that. Do you know the difference between fantasy football and real football? Because I
I
do.
I do know the difference between fantasy football
Okay,
and real football.
that's
And I
all I
know
need.
Aaron
That's all I
Rodgers
need.
has been
There's a
putting up
reason
top.
why you have Anthony Richardson ranked number 12. That's
Yeah.
why, and he's not good at football. Okay,
No, so you're telling me you'll take Geno, who had one phenomenal season, which I love. I obviously trade him for him from you,
okay.
over a guy who's proven he's the best quarterback of all time.
We're not talking about Tom Brady, so can you
I'm
bring up
talking
a
about
relevant
the
player?
greatest quarterback of all time, Aaron Rodgers. You would have. I just can't comprehend that. Even in Tom Brady's darkest days, his when he was
You know what?
48 years
You're right.
old, throwing.
I'll take Rodgers over him. That's true.
Okay, let me win
Okay.
that battle. Thank you.
Okay, you can have that battle. You're
Thank you.
still
I'll take
wrong.
that.
You're still about 8 spots too high, but it's
Well,
okay. Maybe not 8. Maybe you're at least 5 to 6 spots too high, but that's
it's
okay.
that same thing where we're like, well, why are you taking Devontae Adams so high over this guy and that guy? Because I believe Devontae Adams, Devontae Adams or an Aaron Rodgers will score more points in that 2 years than someone like a Jared Goff will in 3 years.
No, he won't.
Yeah,
Goff
Jared
was
Goff,
awesome
dude,
last year.
last year, but the year before he wasn't. The year before he wasn't. The year before he wasn't.
Okay, so maybe they finally figured it out. First of all, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't good. I thought he was
Dude,
a mediocre quarterback. And
I
last year,
almost
he played
quit.
really good.
I almost quit this industry when I wrote an article that said Jared Goff is a steal of 2021. He's gonna just throw nothing but 5 bajillion yards, and the guy was absolute trash, putting up 8 points a game. All right, I've
It
written this.
happens.
I've been in your shoes. I thought I saw the signs. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. Guess
There we
what?
go.
It wasn't awesome at all. It was terrible. It was much not awesome with riding. Okay. So you're telling me this? Imagine this 3 quarterback room. Okay, we'll do 3 quarterbacks. One has Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo. All right. The other one has Jalen Hurts, C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love. Which one are you? Which one?
In there. You put Bryce Young in there?
No, you just said.
First of all, I said I don't like Stroud. You know I don't like Stroud.
But you
know I hate Stroud.
You would take him over Rodgers. You said.
I don't think I said that once.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I would say I don't like Stroud at all. So I don't.
Okay,
I have no interest in him.
put Young. So you have Young,
Oh,
Hurts,
1,000% I'd take that.
Young, Hurts,
Hurts, Young, and who else?
Love.
Easily,
Okay,
1,000%.
over Burrow,
Rodgers and
Rodgers, and
who?
Jimmy G. Jimmy G.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
all right. So you'd
Mhm.
rather have the one? That's so wrong. You're so
Why?
fucking You're
What?
lying.
How
You're
am I
lying
lying?
because first off, you know for a fact that Rodgers can still
First
produce
of all,
top five
I
numbers for the
got
next 2 years,
offered.
and you know for a fact that Young can't.
I
You know
got
for a fact. You know for a fact he
that
won't
Young can't what?
produce top five numbers for the next 2 years. You know for a fact he
No,
won't.
right now he's not. I
But
understand that.
Rodgers will for the next 2 years. Yes, he will.
Top 5 is too high,
Could I said he
so
could?
calm down.
Where he could, whereas Young
Okay,
could
he
never.
could. First of all, don't act like we haven't seen number 1 overall picks come in and just ball out. So calm down for one. Two, what the fuck was I going to say? I was trying to forget where I was going with this. I don't remember. I'm lost. I don't know what I
Yeah,
was going to say.
yeah. Get
I
your
don't know.
notepad out there, Dave. Write some notes. You're learning
I'm
from the
trying to think of
masters
what I
today.
was about to say. I think it had something to do with Rodgers. I love Rodgers. Oh, I was going to say I got offered Rodgers and Evan Ingram for 1.09 in our drafts this weekend. So clearly, I would take Bryce Young over 1.09 because I would take him in the top 5. So yeah, I would take Bryce Young over Aaron Rodgers every single day of the week. Like that's not even debatable.
Okay,
And
I know.
honestly,
I know it
probably
is.
Stroud, even though I don't like Stroud at all.
You
I
just
would take him
so
there.
you said you would, then you backtracked said you wouldn't, and now you're back on it. Like you
Yeah,
pick a
because I
side, Dave.
think I think well, once I start to put it all into terms, I think yeah, I would take Stroud over those guys. Like it is
So
what it is.
you would. Here's the way I think about these
But
stupid
again,
draft picks. No,
unless my
just
team is stacked, I don't want Rodgers on my team. That's all I'm saying.
just think
I don't say
about
I
just
don't want him on my team,
just
but
think about this: 104 and 105 over Aaron Rodgers. We agree. But when you put Stroud, you put names to those numbers, Stroud and Bryce, you put those names to those numbers, they're not as valuable anymore. That's why I'm like, I'm still taking Rodgers. Yes, it sounds sexy to say I traded Rodgers for 104. It doesn't sound sexy to say I traded Rodgers for Bryce Young. It just doesn't. Right? Like it just doesn't. A
yeah,
skinny
I
little
mean,
120-pound man
but
that's gonna get killed
Rodgers
in
is
the NFL.
past his prime. He's still gonna be good. I'm not saying he's not. So
I still have
it is
this
what it
loaded
is.
up. Oh, wrong one.
RELAX.
Oh God, you still got that?
Relax.
Chill,
Good times.
Dave.
Good times.
Chill. I want to go some random ones for you. Brock Purdy, 31. How the hell am I supposed to rank this guy?
I don't know. It's the same way. That's why I see Lance at 19. I'm like, that's too high. Then I'm like, that might be too low. I don't know. He's a guy that I don't. You can't rank him because you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's so
The-
hard to rank someone like this.
and you haven't seen him play. He played 2 games last year, and I think the year
He
before he
didn't
played a
look great the
couple.
first one, but it was a monsoon.
It was
And
a
then
monsoon, and
I
then
mean,
yeah, he got hurt.
I will say, if he's a starter in San Francisco, he's going to jump higher. He's 100% going to jump higher. Look what Purdy did. Purdy's a 7th-round pick. Look what Garoppolo did. Like all Lance has to do is be halfway decent, and he'll be a good fantasy quarterback. Like we know that. So
The thing with Lance is he ever going to be healthy? And you're right. When we do get clarity of where he's playing and when he's playing, he will jump up this list for me. But right now, there's no clarity because we don't know. He's 23 years old. Was drafted very high in the NFL draft. Somebody took a shot on Josh Rosen a second time. Somebody did.
of course,
Somebody took a shot, and people are like, "Oh, Trey Lance is done. His career is done." Dude, people
no.
forget
The
that
guy hasn't even shown anything yet. Of course,
Brock
someone's going to give him a chance.
Brock Osweiler had like 3 shots. Like
That's what I'm saying.
we all forget about
That's
these
what I'm
guys.
saying. Like Goff is going to get a job. First of all,
Of
he's already a
course.
top half real life quarterback. Like you say he sucks, but he's at least a top 16, 17 quarterback in real life. You can't name me 16 or 17 better. And if you can, it's by 1 or 2. He's a top 20 quarterback. You're not going to find 32 better quarterbacks. That's just a fact. So he'll have a job. He's only 28. He's not going to go anywhere for a while. He's going to have a job. Like
So
Jimmy Garoppolo's been average as shit for his whole career. And he's still got a job for like what the third time? Again, like all you have to do is be halfway. Ryan Tannehill, he's not good. He has never been good. He's had like 2 good seasons in his career. Like I don't think he sucks, but he's not like great. He's hung around forever. Like so, some of these guys that are decent are going to be around for a
Marcus
while.
Mariota, um, That's why it was hard for me to also do someone like Zach Wilson, 37th. I had him on this list. He's only 23 years old.
Yeah, but he's so low because you don't know where he's going to be a backup for at least 2 years, right?
I think he's
They're
going
not
to
going
get
to
a
get rid of
shot.
him.
He's going to get a shot somewhere. He has to. It doesn't make sense, I guess, to keep him. And I have Gardner Minshew on this list, 36 overall, because I do believe he will get some playing time. And if you roster Anthony Richardson, you must roster Gardner Minshew. You must. It's a must. And I said the
Yeah, I
same
mean,
thing
it's
last year with Hurts.
Minshew will probably start some. So yeah,
Yeah, I just think he's too good of a backup to be not on this list. I mean, the last guy on this list, Mr. Irrelevant, we talked
Carson
about him
Wentz.
last week. Carson Wentz, not on a team yet. Not on a
I'm
team.
surprised somebody hasn't signed him yet. Someone will. We talked about how I don't like him. I don't think he's good, but he'll find a job to be a backup, and then backups start all the time. So he's got
If you
experience.
if you're in a dynasty right now and your league allows you to do free agency like my leagues do because it's fun, go ahead and grab Carson Wentz if he's out there because
He's not out there. Nobody cut him.
I saw someone cut him
When
in a league.
in a super flex, you cut a quarterback.
I seen someone.
Okay, so you clearly play with idiots. I mean, we all do, but that guy's an idiot.
Hey, we play with idiots too. All right, I'm not gonna name no names, but there's
I
some
know
people
that.
getting dropped and moves being made and players getting picked that shouldn't be happening. But this is the situation. Carson Wentz the past 3 years has averaged 15.2 fantasy points per game at the lowest. Right, he was 15.6, 17.8 the year before. Those are good numbers. He sucks in real life, but he's putting up good. Dak Prescott last year put up 17.8. That's what Carson Wentz can give you easily on a team. I don't know why the Commanders got rid of him so quick. They think Sam Howell's going to be the answer.
They just want to get rid of his contract too. I think.
I think so too. But Sam Howell, I have him at 33rd. There's 32
I
starting
forgot
quarterbacks.
He's supposed to be a starter. Actually, you know that you say that. I forgot. Actually forgot Sam Howell is going into the season as like the starter. That's
I don't
crazy.
think he is. He can't. This can't
Why
be
not?
the real.
Who else do they have? Who did they sign? Because didn't they sign? I don't even know who they have.
I don't know.
Taylor Heineke left. Like that's what
Yeah,
I'm
he's gone.
saying. Who else? Who else do they have?
It's
I
gonna
feel
be
like they
so bad.
signed. I feel like they signed like a veteran guy, and I
don't
cannot
know.
remember who.
I don't. Are you
But
sure? Like who else could
I
they
thought
sign?
they did. I can't remember. I don't know.
See,
Yeah,
who is
Baker Mayfield 32. That ball.
Washington football team quarterbacks. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Yeah, Baker Mayfield. I have him super low, but he's like a cockroach. He'll always find a job, which sucks. Oh,
Again,
Jacoby.
exactly. We talk about shitty quarterbacks that keep staying around. Like, who'd they get? I know they signed somebody. Washington.
Oh, yeah, Jacoby Brissett.
See? I mean, he could start. He's done it before, but we know what he is. So if you're Washington, why not let Howell play and see what he can do? If he sucks, he sucks. Who cares? You're drafting top 5 next year and you draft a quarterback. It's probably what they're thinking.
And this list I made and all week it took me to do all this stuff and all the research and I was just looking through things and it moves fluidly like as the news happens. So I think people will go up. If Trey Lance gets traded, he will probably go up or down depending on the spot. Tua, I put him at 13. I do want to hit up Tua real quick because we can't ignore the fact that he has Tyreek and Waddle, the best receiving core in the world. And that alone,
he doesn't have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And KJ Osborne, you know
exactly, and TJ Hawkinson.
Are they going to do the thing? Are they going to do the thing where they play
Bro,
KJ over
this isn't Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer would definitely do that. Fucking BC Johnson, get the fuck out of here.
But I just want to let everyone know
so much.
That was a good one.
That's ridiculous. Zimmer should fucking jump off a cliff for that. That's so terrible.
So, okay, well, you know what? We're going to wrap this show up. We're just going to wrap it up because we are at 40 minutes. Next week we'll be doing, what do you want to do? Running backs or receivers? Your choice.
Flip a coin. I don't care.
Okay. Next week
we'll go running backs.
Next week we'll go running backs. We'll do my top 60 dynasty running backs. There's a lot of running backs. Dave, a lot of players, a lot of teams. I don't know if you heard this lately. A lot of teams have two running backs.
No shit.
A lot of teams do the whole Charbonnet, Ken Walker, the whole.
Yeah, I know. They're like the fuck us.
Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert. Couldn't think of a shitty one, but found one. Anyway. So come back next week. We'll be top top 5 or top 40, top 60 running backs of all time. That's the list.
Of all time?
Yeah,
I'm
of
not
all
on
time.
that list.
We we should because we should do the receiver one so I can. We never did the debate. Terrell Owens versus Randy Moss. Never did
Moss
it.
is the answer. There's no debate.
There's the
So
Terrell Owens is the answer.
you're wrong, but okay, I'll let you
I
keep
know.
thinking that.
I will forever for the rest of my life.
That's
Anyway,
fine.
next week, same time, same network at Finns Talk Sports Network at Josh Kimmel OUS for myself at Viking Dave 18. Is there anything else I can plug? Oh, Huddle Up and Wait coming on right after us. Dave and Brett, those guys are awesome. I'll be watching in the background while I'm playing NHL 23. Until then, Bobby, can you play our music? I'm desperate over